When did you have to teach adults basic common sense? When did you have to teach adults basic common sense? I was working at a busy downtown coffee shop during the morning rush when this woman in an expensive suit stormed up to the counter, practically vibrating with fury. She slammed her phone down and started screaming at my coworker Lysander about how her latte was completely wrong and ruined her entire morning. Lysander, who's honestly the sweetest guy ever, apologized and offered to remake it immediately, but she wasn't having it. "No, I want a full refund, and I want you fired," she shrieked loud enough for the entire packed shop to hear. This drink is disgusting, and whoever made it clearly doesn't know what they're doing. The thing is, I watched Lysander make that latte perfectly. He's been a barista for 6 years and takes genuine pride in his craft. But this woman was acting like he'd personally offended her entire bloodline over coffee foam. Lysander calmly explained that he'd be happy to fix whatever was wrong, but she cut him off mid-sentence. "Don't you dare talk back to me, you little minimum wage nobody. I make more in an hour than you make in a month. Get me your manager right now." That's when I noticed something absolutely incredible. She was holding the cup completely upside down. The lid was on the bottom, and she'd been trying to drink from the sealed bottom of the cup this entire time. The actual drinking spout was pointing toward the floor, and there was a growing puddle of latte spreading across the counter and dripping onto her designer shoes. I couldn't help myself. "Ma'am," I said as politely as possible, "I think you might want to flip your cup over." She whipped around to face me with pure venom in her eyes. "Excuse me? Are you seriously going to blame me for your incompetent staff's mistakes?" I pointed gently at her inverted cup. "Your lid is on the bottom. You're holding it upside down." The entire coffee shop went dead silent. Every single customer stopped their conversations and turned to stare. This woman looked down at her cup, then back at me, then back at the cup. Her face went through about 17 different shades of red as the realization hit her. But instead of apologizing or laughing it off like a normal human being, she doubled down in the most spectacular way possible. "This is false advertising," she announced to the entire shop. "Coffee cups should be clearly labeled with instructions on proper orientation. How was I supposed to know which end is up? It's completely counterintuitive design." Lysander and I exchanged glances that could have powered the espresso machine. "Ma'am," he said with superhuman patience, "coffee cups have had the same basic design for literally decades. The wider opening is always the top." She wasn't finished though. "I'm calling corporate about this safety hazard, and I'm posting about this experience on every review site I can find. This establishment clearly doesn't care about customer confusion or providing adequate product instructions." At this point, a regular customer who'd been watching the whole thing couldn't contain himself anymore. "Lady," he called out from his table, "my 4-year-old nephew knows how to hold a coffee cup right side up. Maybe try turning it until the coffee doesn't fall on your shoes." The woman grabbed her purse, declared she was never coming back, and stormed out while still holding the cup upside down, leaving a trail of latte drops all the way to the door like some kind of caffeinated breadcrumb path. Lysander turned to me and said the most perfect thing. "Well, I guess we learned that common sense isn't actually that common. Sometimes you really do have to explain that gravity makes liquids fall down and cup openings go on top."